Mason?
I'm going to ask her how much she likes her family.
Well, I cannot say that really matters. And I try not to think about what has become of me.
Okay, and
It would lead me down a very bad path. And so I must ask you to help me in honoring them, and to remember that duty and love for one's family must be the first aim in our lives. All families have secrets. All families do thoughtless or cruel things. We just have to remember that, and we only have the family we were born in. So, and she looks at the banner she has put on the wall. So, I honor them. It took her a couple of seconds to say that.
I'm starting to feel very disturbed by this conversation about honoring your family and all that.
I think at least a couple of you aren't really in a position to agree with that at the moment. So go on.
I'm becoming a bit irritated. Okay, maybe we should just leave now. We have to. Sorry, very nice to meet you, and I hope you will. I'm very grateful for your hospitality, but we really have to leave now.
She looks a little shocked and a little upset, but you will not be safe.
And I'm going to add that, by the way, the heir is dead.
The
heir is dead.
We didn't kill him in the first game.
Wait, say that. Wait. Oh, you said the heir. So you're saying the heir to Hara is dead. And she says, what? That beautiful, that stunning, young general on his magnificent horse? She says, no. Please don't tell me you were in a battle with him. Or perhaps you supported him in one of his battles. Perhaps you were his sworn aide. He died? He must have died. He must have died in the honor of. He must have died for the in honor. She says, I will put a prayer out on the porch for him. I will put a prayer out. I will write notes and burn them so his spirit can be blessed.
I'm just going to say, do whatever you want and go toward the door.
Okay.
I will say to the old lady, thank you for your hospitality. The general died in honor, and if it helps you, do what you must. Do what you must. But we do need to leave right now. Thank you, and I'll bow, and I'll. If we have things, I'll take them.
She's becoming quite agitated.
I'll make sure that Nathan doesn't open the door unless we're all there.
Okay. Just a moment. Go ahead, Ola.
No, I'm sticking right next to. I'm right next to Yuma. So I'm next to him when he's about to open the door. I'm really eager this. To leave.
Okay. So the little woman, holds Ito-sama's clothes, and like some old people, her grip is surprisingly strong, and she says, "Don't go with them. The Yama-uba will not harm you if you are not with men." She says, please don't go with them. Stay safe with me. We can be sisters. It was so nice to have you sleep by my side. And she looks down at the floor and says, "And when the time comes, I will need someone," she says very quietly.
I'm going to answer her and tell her that I really like the way she's honoring her family and that I really would like to stay with her. But as she said, everybody has their secrets and things to do, so I cannot stay. If I will be able, I will come back.
Mm-hmm. She says, I will try to be here that long. So, who is opening the door? I believe it was Kisaragi.
I'm right behind him.
Yes.
I have my bow up. Like, I'm expecting sisters here.
Well, that's probably not too surprising. Two long, hairy arms will come in through the door and grab each of them and yank them outside. So that's not very hard.
Me and
yeah.
me and Nathan?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes. That's
not surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Hairy arms.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
more hairier than yours.
Oh. Yes. So they're doing me?
No, you are currently not grabbed.
Me and
Okay. You are too far from the door.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have your bows.
Yeah, you are just inside the door with the bow. The question is whether you're going to follow your friends outdoors on your own feet.
Yeah,
I mean, you could slam the door and just stay inside where it's safe. You know.
I will not.
Okay.
I was kind of expecting this, and but my question is, can I release the arrow? Or
I will say that your chance of a bow strike, right, an arrow shot right now is quite poor. You have a confused flurry of bodies out there. You don't see any one person clearly. One of them has been yanked outside and then for some reason straight up. And there's lots of confusion out there. Yes. You actually would have to stop and get a better look at the situation. You can't really get any good angle of perspective.
I need a better position.
Correct.
I'm moving outdoors. I assume if Onosama is going out on one side of the door, I'm going to take the other side, and I'm going to grab my. I'm going to grab my naginata.
Okay. Okay. So
was I also taken?
Oh yes, you have been yanked straight forward. You've been yanked straight forward, and so now you are in front of the house. And Kisaragi has been pulled first out of the house, and then some other hand reaches down and seizes and pulls him straight up.
So both Unodono and Humo-sama is taken.
Mm-hmm. And so, and then Ito-sama...
I'm not going to call Tagashi by his first name.
Right.
So there's another Onosama.
Right.
No, so Unodono. I was
okay.
Like,
so if I understand correctly, the other two Ronin who were not grabbed have left the house and are seeking targets and trying to assess the situation. Okay. So, what you will see is that there are monstrous and huge old women. Their clothes are ragged and tattered, and they are not necessarily very modest anymore. Their hair is a lot like the woman on the inside, being so old, so white and yellow, but it is falling in huge tangles around their bodies. And their arms are horribly muscular and powerful, with old cracked fingernails and things like that. And they don't have weapons, but they are very agile. So the one who grabbed Unodono has already jumped back to the rocks on the path and is basically going to be doing her absolute best to rip out the insides of his stomach if she can. If she has to peel some armor on the way, she will do it. And so now, as far as Kisaragi is concerned, there seems to be some sort of terrible situation up on the roof. And you will also note that they are not, these old women are not just the two of them. There is another one that was waiting back at the rocks, so therefore there are two on Unodono. And he is in a situation of some stress because they are restraining him. One is, grabbing him and tearing at him, while the other one is literally trying to pull out his guts. And then the one on the roof, who knows if there is more than one up there, but you can definitely see that there is one more who is over to your left, on the porch that runs around the house, and is coming, toward you. And this one says to Ita-sama, "Run, girl. Run away." So what would everyone like to do?
I would like to hit the one that is trying to rip me up.
Okay. So you are going to fight to keep from being eviscerated. What a good idea. How about Nathan? What are you going to do up on the roof? There is at least one, and her face is right in your face, and so it's kind of commanding your attention, so you don't know if there is another one on the roof or not.
Okay, I cannot help. I guess I will fight this one then. I don't know.
Back off, I'm playing flute.
Right, yeah, your flute situation is really not an option at this time.
You'll take his flute and Peter and I.
Yeah, sword.
You are the one who is kind of face to face with this one up there on the roof, and her breath is unbelievable.
In a bad way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I now need to know what Ito-sama and Tagachi are going to do.
Depending on whether Tagashi is on my left or right side, I'm going to go for the one on the porch or for the one of the two that are taking.
Well, we do not have a little battle mat, and you have not
going to
moved
run.
to little hexes. You are going to...
Yes.
I'm going to
he
ask you
tells
which
me
one.
Which one he wants, I take the other two.
Perfect.
I'm not going to change my weapon or something and try to go for the roof. I'm just going to go straight forward and attack the two over there, if that's...
Which one do you think you want to shoot an arrow at for Tagachi? You don't really have a clear shot up at the roof. You might, but it's a bad shot.
Are you asking me? Or?
Absolutely. I want Ola to tell me what he is doing exactly.
I'm going to help Onodono with his fighting.
Okay.
By supporting him with an arrow.
Okay.
Basically.
Don't forget there is that one approaching you directly on the porch on your level.
I'm going to take that lady in that case.
You are going to go to that one? You're going to fight her?
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, that one up there, that one here, these two there, and then that one will just have to wait a little while. Of course. So, let us have the first exchange. I believe that. So you are. When you tell me that you are going to shoot one, and this is for Ola, that you are. How are you dealing with your dice relative to Max's dice?
The way I remember it was if I help him, and that way I roll a die, and then we pick the highest one.
Yes, you can do that freely. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one you are doing.
Yeah.
Okay.